Hello, everybody! Welcome to Waterdeep Dragon Heist, which is a cool little campaign module by Wizards of the Coast we're playing here on the D&D Time channel. I'm joined, as always, by these four fine players. We got Kyle up in the over there, where Data the Cat used. We got James up in the over that spot. We got Crowley down there. Sit that way, and Pete over there.
When you said up in the over there, doesn't the over there sound... There. That sounds like it would be like a land in some fantasy children's world. Just, oh, he's in the over there.
D&D time.
He's in the up in the over
there.
No, he's up in the over there?
He's up in the over there.
He's up in the over there. He's not down in the over there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I hope he's not down in the over there. That'd be bad.
Oh, no, that'd be very bad.
I think it would be down in the under there.
Oh shit! The over there and the under there. This is getting better and better.
What about the up there?
We don't talk about the up there.
Is it the up yours?
Goddamn, Kyle. Well, anywho, like I mentioned, we're playing Waterdeep Dragon Heist. It's a fun little urban treasure hunt, I guess you'd call it, adventure.
No, we have to go steal a dragon.
You gotta steal a dragon. Waterdeep Dragon Heist. You have to steal a dragon or something.
Isn't that the whole hook of this?
That
or have I been lied to?
Something you could steal something with a dragon. That would also be acceptable.
Okay.
But really, we want to steal a dragon.
All right. Yeah.
Anywho, we're pretty good. Last week or 2 weeks ago now. As a quick recap, you folks were investigating the disappearance of a man named Floon. You headed down into the sewers of Waterdeep, tracked his captors to their secret base in the sewers. Battled your way through it, slaying many foes. Came upon an absolutely terrifying threat, a mind flayer.
And more so the party.
Managed to live, but it was close.
I think the more terrifying threat was Crowley more than
the
actual mind flayer.
Philado became a god in that moment and was the hero you all needed. It was also the enemy you all feared. And that's pretty much all that happened last week. You guys escaped by the skin of your teeth and were rewarded by a Mr. Volothamp Getarm, famed celebrity and author. He gave you a cool little house in the city, an old manor up in the North Ward, which is that's a pretty good neighborhood. It's not like that posh new money, but it's pretty good. So, that's what happened last week. But before we jump into this a week, how you guys all doing?
What we're doing?
We're doing
doing good.
Doing good. I'm excited to play some Dungeons and Dragons as I am every week.
And we're also level 2.
Yeah, you guys leveled up. You're level 2 now.
So powerful.
You are more than twice as likely to survive any encounter I throw at you. So
yes,
that's pretty good. I see we got plenty of folks hanging out in chat. Hello, Enchanter Matthias. Hello, Bionic Sheba. Hello, Sword Co. here. And hello, Fox in the Box and Farku. And I'm sure many other of you skulking around there. I mean skulking in the most loving of ways, by the way. We're all skulking. But yeah, before we jump into the adventure forthright, I got a question. We do this every week here when I ask you all a ridiculous kind of... unrelated to anything Dungeons and Dragons question, or actually the first week it was Dungeons and Dragons, so a random question.
No, it wasn't.
And,
it was the very first week.
The very first. Yes, and that helps us helps the audience to learn a thing or two about who you are. So that way we can all kind of get closer together. So I think I'm going to take this one back to D&D this week. And that is for each of you. Who is the favorite character that you have ever played in a Dungeons and Dragons game?
Oh, that's easy.
Now,
you don't have to give a ton of detail here, just a brief description of them.
Are we talking Dungeons and Dragons, or are we talking RPG?
Role-playing game.
Okay,
right. Then that's super easy, yeah.
We'll start with you, Kyle, then it's so easy.
Well, I mean, we talked about it already. We had a whole D&D Time talks about it. Ulysses Smith, in your homeroom campaign, I think was probably my favorite character that I ever played, simply because at the end of it, I was literally on the floor crying.
That's true.
Yeah.
Also, you didn't know how to read.
Pete and James. Yeah, I also didn't know how to read.
Emotional times.
Until Pete taught me.
Not in real life.
Not in real life.
Not in real life.
That's not
This is supposed to be real life.
You see, in real life, I still don't know how to read. That's the secret.
I've been trying to teach him, but
it's just not going well.
I'm very stubborn.
James, same question.
The favorite character I ever played, honestly, Jeremy, I'd say Todd the Necromancer in your campaign.
Oh, Todd.
He has a special place in my heart where we were playing the Besom system, which is this esoteric thing I've never seen anywhere online besides
playing a bastardization of that game.
Yeah. So, but the getting powers and then with a point buy system and then getting points back for drawbacks, the Squeamish Necromancer was my favorite thing I could think of where it's like, oh yeah, no, this guy is literally the incarnation of death. Blood freaks him out. And any zombie, he raised one zombie, I think, in that entire campaign, and was just general. Yeah, I think it was just one. I made sure that he stitched himself up so he didn't have any open wounds because they were gross, and I had him dig his own grave because he was a dead body. It's just like,
remember that now.
Get in the ground.
Yeah, I remember. I remember. Yeah.
Well, no, his body was just lying there. It's brutal, like, I'm not going to dig his grave. I got spindly arms. Like, he can just do it. Like, don't worry. It's dignifying.
The first time I ever saw that character use necromancy to actually raise dead was to prove to me a point about respecting life. That was absolutely brutal. He was mad at me for having wanton disregard for human life and just raised a dead to ask me if, like, have me ask that individual if I thought it was okay that I killed him. I was taught
a good adventure, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Which half of Airfender was that?
The one that would kill a bunch of people.
The bad one.
Right. I was asking for the actual name.
Zachariah.
Oh, Zach, yeah. They're both Zach.
Oh, are they both really?
Yeah. So, Crowley, throwing it over to you so we don't get on too much of a tangent. Your favorite character?
There's like 3 or 4 really long characters I either played for a long time or I'm still currently playing. Euchonkus is up there at this point. I really like Euchonkus.
I do as well.
I really like Euchonkus.
So I think I'll go with Euchonkus, who you can see on D&D Time.
Tune in
every Friday.
Except for the Fridays Euchonkus isn't playing.
Right.
Most Fridays.
Fridays.
A lot of
next time we do Legend here, you too can see Euchonkus.
Alrighty.
Eats people.
Yeah, that's his defining character trait. He eats people.
I forgot about that.
Eats them whole.
Cannibalism.
And Pete, last but not least, your favorite?
I like a character that only Jeremy and Crowley know, and I've only played a couple of times, named Yorn.
I knew it was Yorn.
I absolutely love Yorn from the bottom of my heart, and one day I'll find the right campaign to play him in.
Pete, who is Yorn? I mean, we got the Squeamish Necromancer. We got, Kyle, I already forgot what you said.
Ulysses,
of course.
Yeah.
Ulysses gets beat about the headsmith.
Yep.
And we have Euchonkus, eater of people. How would you define Yorn in 2 words? Or 1 sentence?
Yorn is a humble farmer that loves his farm animals.
Beautiful.
It's just a very nice little dwarf.
Wait, Jeremy, what about you?
Oh, my favorite character? I'm gonna just go with Bucket. I love Bucket.
Bucket was great. I was kind of hoping for Pjork.
No, fuck Pjork.
Pjork's so good.
I concur.
I think Tack has a lot of potential as well. I'm really having a lot of fun playing Tack.
You see, that would have been the right answer. If any of you had said your characters in this, you would have gotten a point of inspiration. I'm testing you.
I can't say that I absolutely love this character yet, though.
That's true. You haven't had an opportunity to almost lose. Actually, wait, never mind.
Yes, I did. That's already happened.
Yeah.
Alrighty, y'all. So, without further ado, are we good to just jump into tonight?
Yeah,
I'm ready.
All right.
Sure.
So, our adventure left off. You had escaped the sewers. You had cleaned all of the filth and detritus and just sewer muck off of yourselves at a nearby kind of bathhouse. You'd gone, talked to Volo, got all of the stuff kind of worked out about your deal, got a quick signature late in the evening from a magistrate to transfer the new property, Trollskull Manor, into your possession. And that's pretty much where we left off. It's very late, probably, by the time you're all kind of back in your respective apartments or homes or wherever you're living. I guess it's just a quick question. It's late, it's dark out at this point. Would you guys just want to sleep your last night wherever you are before checking out the new place? Or I say last night. Sleep another night at your current residences before checking out your new little house or your new manor, rather.
Yeah, I'd need to say goodbye to my house and collect all of my things and hire a wagon probably to tote everything across town. And
so that's what I kind of want to come in on, right? It's a cool night. Again, very, very early winter. The snow is starting to melt a little bit because it's not totally cold enough to stick for more than a few days at this point. So where do we find each of you in this kind of in your previous abodes? And what are you doing this evening as you're kind of going to be probably meeting up at the Yawning Portal in the morning to visit your new house?
Oh, I mean, I'm already at the Yawning Portal.
So you're just at the Yawning Portal. You just have a room.
Well, that's because
there.
that's where I've been rooming for a hot second.
So are you just like? I got a question. So is Ilaha the kind of person who really likes their drink, or is Ilaha more of the? Well, I know you're the listener, but
oh yes.
Do you like your drink? Because I think Floon is just hanging out there currently with Renair and Volo, and Floon seems to be very, very light with their purse. Like,
oh, I mean, if I can take advantage of Floon, I'm gonna take advantage of Floon.
Okay, so
like,
you're getting
you don't have to.
You don't have all
to.
Night.
Oh yeah.
And Floon is talking you up.
I'm gonna basically
just telling everyone about how much of a hero you guys, how great everyone was, how heroic you and your compatriots were in his dire rescue. He talks about how you all single-handedly killed the Mind Flayer, which threatened him, which didn't happen. But that's what he tells everyone.
How do I feel about
that? But yeah, he is just going off about, oh my god, it was crazy. There was a thing, it had all these horrible tentacles coming off of its face, and I swear, the Tiefling just ran forward and jammed a war pick through the side of its head and killed it in one shot. It was absolutely insane. The brains just went all over the ground. I couldn't see anything. They were all in my eyes.
I'm just going to let him go. I'm just going to let him
go. Okay.
Oh,
so
boy.
Floon's just talking you guys up a lot. A couple people are like coming by and saying hello to you, Ilaha. A couple people offer to buy you a drink. You've already got plenty of drinks from Floon, but you know.
You know what? Because they're respectable people who don't know any of the truth, because Floon hasn't said a damn word of the truth, I'm not going to take their drinks. I'll tell them it's fine.
You just keep taking Floon's drinks?
I'll just keep taking Floon's drinks, absolutely.
Okay, yeah, so you kind of do your normal thing. You take your seat in the tavern, kind of by the stage, 3 strings. The bard he's plucking at his 3-stringed lute.
Does he got any new songs for me? Any new stories?
No new tracks today. No new tunes. And it seems that the general gossip in the Yawning Portal is pretty light this evening. Not a lot going on. But so I guess you have fairly meager belongings. You don't really have to pack.
I have minimal.
You got like a backpack,
which I carry with me basically everywhere, anyways. So
cool. All right, so your kind of last night is. Or I say last night. This is very ominous. Your night is spent just kind of drinking and having a good time.
Yeah.
Who wants to go next?
Well, I'll go next.
So where do we find Fildry?
Fildry, we had seen he was lodging in what we established to be guild-sponsored housing, right?
Yes, it's probably just a room in the guild hall.
Yeah. So, do I pay that rent as well as my guild membership?
They're part of your guild membership.
It's part of my guild fees? Okay.
The room's pretty small. It's not like a bad room. It's just very.
All right. Well, Fildry's gonna spend the night packing up his bags, taking all of his prized locks off the shelf. Oh, the Jerdum original. Oh, at 1506 Magak.
It's actually not 1500 yet in the canon year of Forgotten Realms. 1483, I think.
Well, this model's from the future. Okay.
Oh man, it's such a good lock.
Oh yeah.
1491.
Yeah.
Meaning Columbus discovers the Forgotten Realms in a year. Wow. Sorry.
But Fildry's going over he doesn't have too many things, right? Because most of his tools are in the workshop where he works. I imagine he has his own sort of like cubby or locker or something to keep or use the guild's tools when forging.
Yeah, so. I mean the guild has really nice stuff. So I imagine you have your personal set that you keep in just tip-top shape. But while you're here, you mostly use the guilds. So you mentioned your lock collection. How many locks do you have? Is it an entire wall just shelving units of locks?
Right now I'd say that Fildry probably only has 25.
Only 25. Okay.
Only 25 of various sizes. Some of them are padlocks for chests. Some of them are door locks. Some of them are actually. One is a particularly interesting window lock. Okay, that attaches to the frame, so you can't open it. So. That's something that he's particularly proud of to have in his collection. Not many people think of locking their windows.
I mean, most people don't even have windows that can open, so that's pretty great.
Yeah.
So, Fildry, you're just kind of polishing your locks, packing everything up carefully. I imagine you're taking each one and putting it in some cloth to keep it safe for the travel.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna be, keeping them probably, laying them flat in my pack at the bottom, or there's something underneath, so if I drop my pack I wouldn't damage them, but still they're at the base, so there's nothing else that's I'm being very careful.
Excellent. So we've got Ilaha just drinking and hanging out in the Yawning Portal Tavern.
Yep.
Fildry being very careful with his very prized possessions. Who do we kind of cut to next? Who else do we see packing up for the evening?
Probably Phil.
Okay. So Philado, where do you live?
I also live in guild housing.
So it's also very small.
A tiny room, and the room is packed with baking supplies, like ingredients, utensils, and kitchenware. There's a wall. I imagine the room's just basically a tiny kitchen with a bed. And there's just a wall with 30 whisks of different shapes and sizes on it. And
man.
He's just packing all of that away. There's also a weird cork board with strings and tacks all over it, sort of connecting different things that I don't think anyone could make out at this time. And that's also being dismantled. And he's just packing all of his pots and pans and whisks and everything up.
Is Philado taking notes of where how the cork board is laid out right now?
Yes.
As you take it apart. Excellent. So Philado, you're just kind of tossing your stuff into the bag. You'll sort it all out later. But this cork board, you're paying close attention to your details.
Yes.
Oh, hinting to a deeper meaning. Alrighty. And Tack, you are at the tip top of one of the most miserable tenements in the dock ward. The building kind of creaks from side to side in the wind. There are a few holes in the roof and walls, and it's sizable, but yeah. What we see?
Yeah, Tack is kind of sitting hunched over his desk, which is, the roof is slanted in, so he actually, despite being a halfling, does have to hunch a little bit to get down to his desk. And he's kind of furiously writing on his desk, and he's writing a letter at the moment. It's dearest mother, I have become a hero of Waterdeep! People from far and wide now know me and call out to me. Recently I saved the dearest friend of Volothamp Gedarm in a great and noble quest. I had to travel deep beneath the sewers where I was nearly killed. And then he folds up that piece of paper and tumbles it and just tosses it aside, going back to the point where he talks about he's nearly killed. And he's writing about 5 or 6 revisions. He talks about the undoubted respect he's earned of his many friends, how he was begrudgingly accepted by even the stern Durnan at the Yawning Portal, where he is a frequent guest. He kind of writes about some more kind of mundane notes and how things are going. He talks about how the lovely cottage he found here in Waterdeep, even though he's moving now to this manor, he's almost sad to see it go, but heroes need better residences. So, and he looks up to kind of the corner of his room and talks about his grandfather's prized mandolin is still in good care, and as he kind of looks over and glances to it, it's kind of broken and busted. All the strings are off of it, and it's completely destroyed. And he also puts 2 gold pieces into the letter for the family and his sisters. And the rest of it, he's already all packed up. He's got all of his stuff up. He's gone through and done all of his packing extremely thoroughly. It's mostly food.
Just lots and lots of just sacks of food. Excellent.
Yeah, and he barely sleeps through the night from the excitement of leaving this place and his new friendships here in Waterdeep.
Well, Tack, it's unfortunate that you don't really sleep because you're so excited, because this is probably the first night in the last week where there isn't just
there aren't
awful,
police sirens and
gunshots
and
griffin sirens going off outside. So, nonetheless, you fitfully so eventually fall into a bit of a, as do the rest of you. And I imagine we cut to this morning scene of Tack like hauling all of your stuff down the rickety stairs of your tenement, packing it onto like a hand wagon, because that's really all you got.
Yeah, he didn't have the money for the hand wagon because he put the rest of his money in that letter, so he is just dragging a big burlap sack.
So,
I'm also, by the way, guys, I have no money left.
Oh, God damn it.
How?
I spent it all on Volo's book.
Oh, also, just so everyone is aware, I did do out the math at the end of the last session for that, the rest of the money that we received. After putting funds towards purchasing the deed to the house, we as a collective group have 1.2 gold to our name.
I was counting that. I knew that we got that, actually.
Yeah.
I'm still out.
You spent that?
Yeah, that was the money I was basically putting in.
Damn it.
No, I'd already accounted for that.
Ah, Pete!
Write it off, Kyle. Write it off.
All right, it's gone. It's gone.
Spend that.
Nope. All right.
Oh no, just my part.
Oh, okay.
Oh no. I'm sorry. It was 1.7 gold.
Well, I don't know. Take 0.5 gold out. It's 1.2 gold now. All right.
Fucking Christ.
So the lot of you have. Wait, Philado, you have a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
How on earth are you transporting your shit?
I borrow a cart from the guild.
The guild.
Yeah, okay, so you borrow one of the baker's carts.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. It's a little hand cart, but it's not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's meant for delivering bread to nearby shops, but they won't miss it for a few hours early in the morning. And so it is on this
that's like prime bread delivery
winter
hours.
morn. The snow has stopped melting, but there's only maybe an eighth of an inch left. It's just a light dusting left. The wind is not too biting or anything. It just kind of lightly blows through the streets. You see people. Well, there's not really a lot of people actually, because it's very early still. The rest of you have all met at the Yawning Portal already, as was the plan. Tack is maybe 20 minutes late. Y'all go inside, eat breakfast. Go back outside to wait for Tack.
I am terribly hungover.
Ilaha is not looking or feeling too great. And then, way down the road, you see a small figure dragging a burlap sack.
Hi, everybody! Good morning!
Oh, Tack.
Oh, go and
Tack,
help him.
Could you not? Please.
I'm gonna walk over to Tack and offer to help him with his sack there.
Yeah, so he's just turned from Snail Street onto Rain Run Street, which is where the Yawning Portal kind of is. It's the exact intersection where you got hit by that cart, Fildry.
Oh yeah.
So as you're going over to help him, you see like some blood stains in the snow still, because that was not that long ago.
Yeah, that was 2 nights ago.
Yeah, it looks like it hasn't really been cleaned off too much.
Can we see the map?
Yeah.
Absolutely, sure. I'll bring you all over to the map layer.
It's fantastic.
And I will bring the chat over to the map as well. So they should now hopefully be able to see, maybe. And here we are down at the Yawning Portal.
Oh, there we are.
Oh, wow, we got a long way.
Yeah, you
God.
have a ways to go.
Oh, it's so far.
Yeah, so you're here in the Yawning Portal, right there. You need to go all the way up to there. It's a bit of a trek.
It's so far.
It's
like
more
2
than a
miles.
mile.
It's like 2 miles.
There's a reason you left as early as you did.
Oh, God.
And so, you
And we'll
begin
have to
your
do some
trek.
side streets at first. Oh, God.
Yeah,
Well,
once we get onto the high road, it'll be okay, but like...
Yeah.
The high road's totally plowed. And actually, if you wanted, the drays are still running. Actually, you have too much shit for the drays. The drays are basically like double-decker buses. They have like cool winding metal staircases on the back that you can use to get up to the upper level on it. And they're just pulled by horses. They're still running right now. There's like a small time in like the middle where they can't really run because there's too much snow for wheels, but not enough snow for sledges. But yeah, right now they're still running, so it'd be an easy way to just grab a ride once you get to the high road. Or, you could get like a carriage or a wagon or something, but those cost. Or you could just walk.
Oh,
So yeah, let's say you get to Waterdeep Way, the intersection of Waterdeep Way and the high road there. You've been walking for about, a little over half a mile? Or a little under half a mile?
Well, it's definitely 2 miles to get there because we can't go as the crow flies. So.
Yes, exactly. That's why I was like, it's definitely 2 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you get
where
there,
are you
you're
saying
tired.
that we...
You're here. You're tired.
This intersection out here? Alright, yeah.
I was tired at the Yawning Portal.
Yeah, well, you're very tired.
Yeah, I'm gonna help Tack carry. Tack, lad, please.
Oh, thank you so much.
Just. I lifted onto my shoulder. Gee, Tack, what do you have in this thing? Bricks?
And as you're kind of picking it up and holding it, he is reaching into the side and pulling out just like a big loaf of bread that he's munching on because he missed breakfast.
Of course.
Just my things, just the things I have. There's like that full wooden chest that he bought is also in the bag.
All right, maybe we do get. Philo, do you think there's enough room in that cart for this bag?
Probably. We can try it.
Well,
we try it. We put it on there.
You just pile more stuff on top of Philo's stuff. It's pretty slammed at this point. Like, it's very full of stuff. But that should be okay. You think?
Yeah. Just gonna, keep my eye on it, make sure that it doesn't topple over while we're not looking.
It's kind of like, but I think it's all right.
All right, boys. We gotten ourselves sorted out. Can we please try and get there sometime soon?
Sure, Ilaha.
It's only about another mile.
Oh, please stop yelling.
And a half.
Trollskull Alley, the place, right? A little bit ominous.
I just start walking. I just start walking.
So you walk your way up the high road. There are wagons and carts and all sorts of carriages going to and fro. But eventually, you make your way up to right around Sarah Dune Street up here on the high road. It's taken way longer than you probably wanted. More than once, a carriage driver has yelled at you, "Get out of the road!" And of course, if you go onto the sidewalk area, the people
I just flip them off as they just
Sorry.
And yeah, you turn onto Sarah Dune Street, head on down, and arrive at, well, right about the entrance to Trollskull Alley.
What time is it? How long did that take us?
That probably took you like 2 hours. Probably took you about an hour, I think. Wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
But you,
with all
2 miles an hour
stuff,
sounds right.
arrive
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
Trollskull Alley.
Oh boy.
Can you
Oh,
not
it's
see
just
this?
black.
Are you
It's
kidding
all
me?
just
Very
black.
dark.
It is darkness.
Why is that?
All this darkness.
Alright, guys, so they turned
You merely
on
adopted the darkness.
the dynamic lighting on this one. It should have global illumination, but it doesn't. Oh, you don't have characters on this. That's why.
That might be why.
That'll do it. That will do it.
Get you every time.
Here you go, boys. What?
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 Oh.
Alright, can you see now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can see a street.
Yep,
oh we're tiny.
Yeah, I'm gonna resize you to the correct size.
Some little boys.
As you arrive here on Trollskull Alley. Or this is actually Sarah Dune Street.
And then
that you're
this.
currently on.
And then that is Trollskull Alley.
That should be the end.
Oh, that over
I have
there.
labels for things.
Oh.
I'm a little surprised that it has all this dynamic lighting on because it looks awful.
It looks really bad.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn the dynamic lighting off, and hopefully this will look a lot nicer for you right about now.
That would be perfect.
Did it not do anything?
Nope.
Whoa.
For me, when I scroll down,
Yeah, same.
it
Me
keeps the
too.
dynamic lighting frozen as it was.
Yep.
So I can only look at
I want to
a
refresh.
specifically shaped
We're gonna drag you
area.
back to Waterdeep and now back to Trollskull Alley. There
Okay,
you go.
yeah, there it is.
Hey! There you are, everyone. You currently
All right.
find yourselves on Sarah Dune Street. As you approach the entrance of Trollskull Alley, you can see, covered in snow in the distance, what you think should be Trollskull Manor. But a couple of things kind of catch your fancy as you're walking up. First, you notice a small, well, actually, a fairly large building right here. It has a brilliant golden sign up on top of it, and it is the sign depicts a charming sign of a gold dragon curled around a treasure hoard of books and scrolls. And you can see that is what the sign is. It appears to be a bookshop, and you can kind of faintly smell kind of earthy scents kind of coming out through the
Does
doorway.
it smell purple?
When you
It
say
doesn't smell purple.
when you say the sign has a gold dragon, is it like the coin or like a golden dragon?
That's a good question. It is, in fact, a golden dragon as a picture.
Okay.
All right, so we got to steal that sign. And
I was
then
about to say no.
complete
We're going full oceans on
So,
this, and we're just gonna dig a
that's,
tunnel from this house to there.
Most of these buildings are simple residences. They're all multi-story, but they seem to be fitting for the more well-to-do people in water.
Like
people
us.
that can afford nannies, that can afford folks to maybe look after their kids while they're out doing whatever.
So certainly not us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not for you guys. But yeah, you see, that seems to be a shop.
All right.
As you continue along, you notice a second shop, which is its sign really strikes out and gets you. And it's this building right here. Oh, you can't see it.
Oh.
That building right there. There's a sign showing it is a jet black sign hanging above a closed doorway that is actually lit by an oil lantern, which that's pretty nice. It has like a very fine oak door that's well carved. It seems very sturdy. Fildry, just at a glance, the lock is a very good lock on it. And the black sign has two orange cat eyes kind of drawn onto.
And that's all that's on the sign?
Yeah, it's very well decorated though. No words. You notice a lot of these shops and things in Waterdeep tend not to really have. They just have the images that depict what they are. But continuing along, you see, way ahead of you, a beautiful sight. Not actually beautiful sight.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
See
Father Time really took a bat to this place.
Trollskull.
Whoop.
Oh,
It
boy.
is a
Spooky.
decrepit, just terrible building. 4 stories tall, boasting balconies, a turret, and 5 chimneys. This abandoned building is one of the grandest structures in Trollskull Alley. As you look at it, it is boarded up, all of the doors and windows and everything. There's one door that appears to have recently had the boards kind of pried off of it. Has a little bit of a frosted, or actually it might just be dirty glass window in it. But yeah, you guys walk right up and you stand in front of this terrible, awful house.
So we're going back and killing him, right?
Well, let's not be hasty. It
Maybe.
looks bad.
Maybe
but
it's better on the inside.
Most
could
of our
be.
town could live in here.
See?
Tack likes it. And Jeremy, so you said, is there a door?
Yes, there are several.
Okay.
Is there one that is not boarded up?
Yes, the one that is not boarded up is down in this lower part of the building. Or
All right.
Oh, okay, sure.
Well, we'll
The one that's
start
through
with
that
that
archway?
Huh? Yeah, it's one by the archway.
All right, let's do it to it, boys.
And Jeremy, I'm going to inspect the quality of the door, and does it have a lock on it?
It does not have a lock on it. It did have a lock on it, though. It looks like the lock has been removed.
This will never do. I'm going to take out my tools and measure the lock space, so that way I know what size I'd need to put in here.
Sure, yeah, you get to work looking at it, and everyone else just pushes past you to go in.
I look at the door while he's doing that. Is the door of good quality?
Yeah, the door was of good quality. Terrible despair.
Was.
We might want to replace the door before we do a lock for it.
Well, yes, but... well, then I guess I'd make
a
the
lot of
spaces
stuff first.
as large as I want it. Fine. Let's get inside and
Oh, here we
see
are.
this.
You see through smashed windows what looks like the remnants of a tap
kitchen?
room. Actually,
here
a
we go.
tap room, like
Oh,
a tap
there
room.
it is.
It is filled with shattered furniture, tarnished silverware, and it looks like in the back there might be some casks of wine in, or not casks, but bottles of wine in like an old box or something.
Oh, I'm going
wants
for
to-
that.
You walk
I
right
would
up the
also
door.
like to go have some
Yeah,
wine.
where's the door?
Well,
Did I just walk through
so-
the door? What's happening?
Well, you walk through a window. You could just walk through that smashed window.
No, where's
Actually,
the
that's
actual
boarded.
door?
No,
That's
this
right
is...
Down here.
Where?
Wait,
Yeah.
can I not go in where I went in?
Right over there.
Oh,
Nope, that's through a window, Tack. You'd be climbing through a window.
so this is a door? Oh, because it's closed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Would you like to try? Okay, so you're gonna go through. The
There's
door.
no lock on
Yeah.
the door, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
let's just open the door.
You open the door, and actually, as you look at the door, you can see it's got that nice little frosted glass, and it actually has a sign hanging down from it. It looks like, kind of an open-closed sign, and currently it's set on, "Sorry, we're closed." And then it looks like a finger has kind of like etched into the frost underneath it the word "forever."
Interesting.
So, as you step in, you hear the floor creak and groan beneath your feet, as if the building itself wants to just give up and die. And from a shelf, kind of in the back behind this little bar area, one of the few remaining bottles just kind of falls and shatters on the ground.
Oh, I'm jumping over this countertop.
Okay. It creaks really heavily as you put your weight on it to top over it, but you do so.
I mean, I'm a drow.
You see there's a trap door, like a hatch that goes down, and now there's shattered glass everywhere. There's actually already shattered glass.
I was about to say, there's shattered glass everywhere to begin with anyways, so I'm not too worried about it. I am going to go after any of the remaining bottles on the shelf, though.
Chimney here, right, Jeremy?
Yes, that is a very, very large hearth.
Is there any, like, old wood kind of sitting around?
Yeah, there's some really dried up, partially charred wood in there.
Are there any, like, pieces of furniture and tables that are broken beyond repair?
Oh yeah, most of them. Almost everything, actually. There's everything you see here, all the little, like, tables that are drawn and chairs, they're all wrecked.
Oh,
the only thing that's kind of
nothing in
intact,
here could be salvageable?
Yeah, no, it is destroyed.
Okay.
Like, someone deliberately obliterated it. See, this is beyond just, like, casual...
Those darn teens.
Yeah, this is worse than that. This is someone deliberately did this.
Could have been a nice place once.
Probably was.
It's going to be a nice place again, I think. And Tack's going to just take some of, like, the broken chair legs and wooden stuff and try and get a fire going in the hearth. Get things warmed up, because it's winter. It's probably freezing in here, right?
Yeah, it's pretty cold. It seems fairly decently boarded, so there's only, like, little bits of snow that have come in through the boarded windows. And yeah, there's a couple of ways up that you can see right now. Because this is a very big multi-level. You see where the lighting.
Yeah, Tax really wants to go check out the little spire thing, like any kid would.
Okay. So actually, yeah, there does not appear to be any doors on the inside on this floor that would go up. As you're looking around.
So Jeremy,
like, you go over to this little corner where the turret would be, Tack, and there just doesn't seem to be any way up to the upper floors.
Okay.
What was that, Kyle?
These bottles.
Yeah, they are full of vinegar.
Oh, that's what I figured.
In fact, there's, like, one that looks like it was sealed really well, but someone has taken a corkscrew and just corkscrewed down and then pulled the corkscrew back out.
Oh, what an asshole. Oh. I squat on the ground and cry a little.
Can you roll me a dexterity saving throw?
Oh, God.
You're squatting.
I am squatting.
We're gonna need Ty Pennington to fix this up.
Okay, you kind of duck out of the way as another bottle falls down from the shelving above you and narrowly misses you before shattering all over the ground.
Alright.
It smells like it was actually booze in that bottle.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. I'm mad. I'm gonna open up this trapdoor.
Okay, it seems jammed.
Like, how jammed?
It's just not lifting. You're not sure why. It's like caught on something.
Could I try and use my thieves' tools to open it?
Yeah, absolutely. A crowbar would probably be a better tool for this, but...
I mean, I don't know if I have a crowbar. So I'd probably have a crowbar, actually, in my adventuring
Tack,
pack.
you get a nice fire going.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy, I assume that I have a crowbar in my adventuring pack.
Sure, I think that makes sense for your...
Yeah, I mean, I
need to roll something
break into some places.
I'm pretty sure some packs have a crowbar in them. I just can't remember which.
Can you roll me a survival check, Tack, for your fire?
Sure. X. Not bad at this.
Yeah, so as you're, like, trying to light the fire, there's just sudden, like, kind of gusts of wind that seem like it, you got a little bit of tinder kind of embering, and it's just kind of like little gusts of wind seem to be coming out of nowhere. But you managed to get it going, despite it.
Okay.
Must be super drafty in here.
Yeah, a little odd, but Tack's not going to worry too much about it. And once the fire's kind of roaring, Tack's going to hard cast Unseen Servant, and you see as wood starts to just kind of place itself, continually feeding the fire and making it keep going.
Does Unseen Servant have like any materiality to it?
I believe so.
It can
wait,
move stuff.
what do you mean by that?
Can you click the spell?
Yeah, let me.
Something
let me
that interests me about it in the context of Trollskull Manor.
Oh god.
Oh god.
It's not a ghost.
Okay. So yeah, your Unseen Servant appears and starts bringing stuff over to fire.
He strictly doesn't appear. He's unseen.
You're right. It does not appear.
Wood starts to float.
Wood starts to float over to the fire.
All right, Jeremy, can I jimmy this this trapdoor open?
Your Unseen Servant disappears. The wood falls on the ground. Ilaha, go ahead. Go ahead and roll me an athletics check. Or you can roll, it's athletics if you're using the crowbar, but you have advantage. Tack, your servant just disappeared.
Can I use just straight dex?
It probably takes Tack a while to realize it happened.
Well, you hear the clattering of wood falling to the ground.
Oh, okay.
Where he was standing a second ago.
I didn't think these things were supposed to be so lazy.
Boy. You said I had advantage.
Yep.
Hey, there it is.
You pop it.
Okay, thank God. All right.
With a crack, you splinter a little bit of the wood of the trapdoor.
Kind of expected.
But yeah, you see there is a passage down into what looks like a cellar of some kind.
Can I drop dancing lights down it to see if I can see the bottom?
Yeah. Only about, 15 feet down? There's a ladder.
Okay. All right.
The ladder seems like it's in okay shape.
I'll climb down.
Okay. Ilaha, you climb down into...
I'm going to...
I let the party know that there's a cellar down here. I'm going to go check it out.
All right.
What is the state of the kitchen?
All right, yeah, you head into there. That is, in fact, the kitchen. The kitchen is actually in pretty good shape, all things considered. Doesn't look like there was a big fire or anything like that. But, it's not, stocked or anything. It looks like the window was left open, just all the way open. And so there's a fair amount of, snow and ice along the ledge. But it's got nice counters. They seem like they're stone counters, which isn't bad. Actually, it's pretty nice. This is probably a pretty good kitchen at some point. And of course, it has its own hearth in there for cooking. And it looks like you could do some baking in it. It's deep enough that you could do that.
Right.
But
okay.
It's not perfect.
Right.
This is a door?
That's a window. Oh, actually, that might be a door. Oh, that is a door. I'm sorry, there's no window. The door is open.
Oh. Does that lead to outside?
It does.
I close the door.
Oh.
All right.
Inside.
Well, there's the door back, guys. The door is back.
There's some
and then
dynamic
this has to be a door, the thing I'm standing in front of next to the trapdoor, then.
I think you moved the door into the room.
I did for a second, but then I got rid of it. Okay, it should be gone now.
Nope.
Okay, it's just... The dynamic lighting is breaking for some reason, but...
Sure.
There's a door there.
Alright, Jeremy.
Yeah, you look around, it's an ale cellar that you're in right now, and there's another area where a wine cellar, you'd have the wine in the adjacent room. There's no current
smaller
door.
rectangular room?
Yeah, there's no door on it, though. It looks like the door's gone. Someone stole the door.
Of course.
There's not, splinters, just the door's just gone. You see,
that's
where there were hinges that would be screwed into the walls?
Yep.
Yeah. Someone just stole the door.
Not surprising. And there's no wine down here, I assume? No ale?
No. There are a couple smashed barrels. Let me crack open that again. Yeah, not really seeing a lot down there.
What about this this back passage back here?
It is just a little back corner.
Oh, there's.
You know what? I think Kyle, roll me a d20. Just roll me
just a d20.
Yeah.
suspense.
7.
Yeah.
All right, you find a broken bottle of wine.
Yep.
But there's still some wine in it.
Is there any glass in it? I was about to say glass and I'm pass.
But like looking at it and maybe like you smell it. It smells like actual wine.
Do I have any sort of cup with me?
There were cups up there.
I'm gonna bring it upstairs.
Filthy. Okay, so you cradle it and...
No, I lied. If I couldn't do it right here, then I wasn't gonna do it. I was just gonna see if I could filter the glass out through like a really fine cloth or something like that into a cup and then drink it.
So is that what you're doing at the moment, Ilaha? You're getting ready for this? Your character is turned into an alcoholic.
No, fuck it.
You just need some hair of the dog real bad.
Exactly, that's it. I just need a drink. One.
That's all. No more after that.
No more after that.
What are you all up to then? What are you all doing now?
This is a door that I'm standing in front of.
Yeah.
Okay, let me look.
Jeremy,
I'm gonna open all the doors.
That's another door outside.
Yes, that's
Jeremy,
another door.
I'm gonna go back upstairs.
So there's no visible way to get upstairs.
Doesn't seem like it.
You have to go around. You have to go outside.
I'm gonna open all the doors just so you can.
Is there any door that we have not explored yet that we've seen?
Nope.
Noticeably. All right, I want to step outside the manor and just kind of like take a look.
Well, it looks like Fildry's already pacing around the place.
Oh yeah. No, I mean.
I guess I have the plans then, and I'm just looking at it while they're looking for the steps.
There we go. Tack and Fildry, you come across the staircase. Outside, it leads up to the next.
Can I be brought upstairs, please?
What was that? You want to walk along? Oh, no, you want to go?
I want to be upstairs. Thank you.
I gotcha. So Tack, you and Fildry are making your way.
I'm gonna follow.
Making our way downtown, walking fast.
I don't want to be left behind.
Just a second, Ilaha. As you're coming up the stairs, they've already all left, and you see the roaring hearth. And it looks like there's just like a trail of little tiny specks of wood leading away from it toward the pile of firewood over here in the corner.
I'm gonna break that shit up.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like just a trail that would help the fire to escape the hearth and burn down the house.
That looks really suspicious. Why don't I just take care of that?
Okay, you just sweep all the stuff back into the fire.
No, I'm gonna light it on fire. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna sweep it all away from the fire.
Sure. Okay. You kind of disperse it.
Yeah.
Do you stay down here with the fire, or do you put the fire out? What do you do?
I think I'm gonna stay here and watch.
Okay.
I'm now a little suspicious.
Yeah. You've seen some funky stuff happen here. As you're kind of thinking that and you're brushing the stuff away, Ilaha, there's a clattering as a box full of old rusty silverware that you had noticed just falls off of the shelf behind the bar.
I pay it no mind.
The rest of you begin to travel up the stairs.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm starting to feel a bit more nervous.
It's nothing, Tack.
Something strange about this place.
At the top of the stairs, you see there is a bit of a balcony. There's some open windows and doors up there, and there's a door at the top of the stairs. You crack it open.
Head inside, yeah.
Yeah, you see into what looks like it must be a common room. There are two small, there's a small area for fireplace. You also see a couple doors.
That's the fireplace.
I'll go through this door.
All right, you guys head to the top door. Okay.
Because Tack's gunning for that spire.
Yeah. All right, so I will do that.
That's roughly where that was, like the direction of it, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, you open the door and you see what looks like it was probably once a bedroom of some kind.
Really? The plans say den.
Or a den, whatever. I can't read those because I have this stuff that's blocking it for me.
Wait, what? Oh! You can actually look at the plans on the handout.
Yeah, Volo gave us the plans.
Yes, thank you for opening those up. Let's crack those open so everyone else can see as well.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so you guys got the handout.
Yeah, I assume Phil just has the plans.
Where's it under? Is it under player's handouts? No.
I think it's under
Chapter
2.
Chapter 2. Aha! Found them.
Crap. But yeah, you think you found a den. Or, well, the den. It's a fairly nice room, or it once was. It has a large wingback chair that appears in terrible disrepair. It's facing toward the smashed out window right there. The floor kind of creaks and groans under the weight. You want to just pop open more doors?
I want to go to this door.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, just gonna keep popping the doors. I got a
Go
door
ahead.
in front of me, right? Or wait.
You were saying something, Tack?
I'm gonna follow Fildry. I want to go up to the next. I want to go up to the next floor.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
wait,
heading up to the next floor.
And yeah, you see, in fact, there's a staircase going up. And beyond there, you know there are some bedrooms. But you're not going to check out the bedrooms, you're just going straight up.
We're checking.
I wanted to check out the bedroom that's on this floor.
There are two, actually. There's a spare room and a bedroom. So I'm gonna help Fildry out, and then we'll get to the rest of you guys.
Sure.
So Fildry, I'm removing some dynamic lighting for you, so you can get into the bedroom.
Cool. Can I get it?
That's the spare room.
I feel like the regular bedroom is not up to code for fire. For a case of a fire. It only has one exit.
So there's just a hallway here.
Yep, leading from the den.
And then that's the balcony out this door.
Yep.
Alright. And then this, and here's the bedroom.
You open up that door to the bedroom, and some things kind of happen. So you see inside the room, it has a bunch of windows, a little hearth. The hearth seems to be pretty burned out, pretty charred. There's a large kind of iron pot in the corner near the hearth. Looks like it could have maybe fit in there, but it would have been a tight squeeze. You also see there are, I don't know, like 12 cribs in this room.
Cribs?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Why they always gotta put the cribs in to make it creepy?
There's just a bunch of them, and they are covered in dust and cobwebs. One of them kind of rocks a little bit as you kind of open the door and your feet creak on the ground.
What? I thought this was an alehouse, not an orphanage.
I guess I'm gonna go. And some of the windows in here are smashed, right?
Yeah, they're all smashed. Actually, no, these windows are heavily boarded up.
Okay. And there's just a thing creaking inside. Just a crib rocking back and forth.
There are, no, they're not rocking. It's one of them kind of rocked a little bit as you creaked the floorboard it was resting on. But there are a dozen cribs in this room.
That's a lot of cribs for this small of a space.
Yeah, they're packed in there.
Guess I'll go look around them, I guess, and peek into them.
They're just all empty. There's little bundles of not bundles, but little cloths and blankets, as children may have rested here at one point.
Huh.
Stop it.
Stop.
Please out a window. Do you want to keep picking around in there, Fildry?
Yeah, so the fireplace, is that one of the things that connects to the other room behind it, or?
Yeah, it does, actually. There's a big pile of ash in there. You could probably crawl through if you wanted.
Yeah, I'm just gonna crawl through. I'm gonna get away from. I'm just gonna look back at the cribs, a little concerned, and Fildry's just gonna
crawl through to the spare room.
Yeah, you start crawling through. You see the spare room. As you're kind of poking your way, you're crawling through, pushing the ash aside, getting very dirty. There's like a crunching sound about halfway through. You keep going. And yeah, looking at the spare room.
No.
There are a couple of doors. There is a window that was clearly smashed. It looks like there's like bludgeon mark. Oh, I can just push through.
Oh, can you push me through? That'd be great. Thank you.
There are bludgeon marks all around like the window frame. It has been heavily boarded up since. There are a pair of doors that are both very sturdy looking doors. And there are probably 3 small cots in this room. This big door, the main entranceway, has been like thoroughly closed.
Huh.
Yeah, like it is strong door, heavily boarded. You see like mortar poured in along the sides.
Oh, so like this thing, this room, like you couldn't get into it from, like I couldn't get out through the door.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez.
Not easily.
Yeah, no, like I'd have to take my hammer to it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just mortar, so like you could probably chip it out with relative ease. It takes time.
Yeah, I got some chisels.
Okay.
Well, there's just 3 cots in here.
Yeah, they have little blankets on them and stuff. One has like a little lump in the middle under one of the blankets.
Jeremy, why you do this?
Ugh.
It's really more like I just want to know if you added this in or not.
Fildry's gonna lift the blankets from the lump.
Is this like a quiet, like a tenuous, like, or?
Yeah, no, he's gonna go in slow, and then rip off the blanket.
With
Okay.
reckless abandon.
You tear off the blanket, and underneath there is a little doll.
Oh no!
Like
It's a
plastic
doll.
It's like a cloth doll, a plaster doll, like
It's cloth.
okay.
Feels kind of squishy, like it's a little plushy, and it's of a hook horror.
Why?
Oh, a plush hook horror?
Mm-hmm.
What?
I mean, Durnan keeps a trophy of one, but
So maybe like 1.5 feet tall.
maybe you'd like it for the Yawning Portal.
And I'm gonna stuff the doll in my pack.
Okay. You want to crawl your way back out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm not gonna. I'll deal with that later.
The rest of you. Philado and Tack.
As in not me.
Yep. Well, I'm sorry. Each of you had the floor you're looking at. Philado and Tack, you climb the stairs to the 3rd.
Yep.
And as you do so, well, here you go. You've climbed up onto the 3rd floor. You know that this floor should contain the library and study, as well as probably some more bedrooms.
The master bedroom.
Tack wants to go into the bedroom up here.
Oh yeah, and there are other stairs leading up to the attic, to the garret.
I will go to the master bedroom. Tack, you check the regular bedroom.
All
right. It looks like you're still making a beeline.
Tack has a destination.
All right. So yeah, you go ahead and check them out. Philado, the master bedroom. Can you roll me a d20?
Just a regular D20.
Yep. Got a big, nice 4-post bed. Seems all right. Very dusty. But yeah, it seems like it's actually in fine repair.
I'm gonna investigate the room.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Anything strange? Because there's clearly some strange stuff going on here.
Mm-hmm.
And Volo said he bought this house
And
as
it
part of
wasn't
his
haunted.
next
for
book,
ghosts.
and that it wasn't haunted.
That is what he told you.
Okay. But yeah, I don't know anything. I'm looking for any sign of anything. What the hell happened at this house? Journals?
You don't see anything. I mean the all of the blankets and stuff are all moth-eaten, but that's all.
All right, I'll go through this door then.
Sure. It's a nice private balcony. It's pretty weathered. It's seen better days, but yep.
No, should be a.
Oh, maybe. Sorry, it's a
private bath.
Private bath. My bad. I couldn't read it. I have little icons.
I guess I'm going back out through this door.
Yep. Sure.
I'll throw open the privy as I come out.
The privy reeks.
Oh.
Well, who would do that?
Well, all right.
Tack, you're looking up here. I see where you're headed.
You
throw open the door, and there is a trap door about 7 feet up that would lead into the turret. 7 feet above you.
But there's no way to get up to it?
No, it looks like you'd pull it down, and then like maybe a ladder would come down or something like that.
7 feet up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Tack is going to make another unseen servant to give him a boost.
The unseen servant can only lift, what, 15 pounds?
Well, you can give the servant a boost, regardless. Yeah, Tack, you
a strength of 2.
Able to do that, and you're up in the turret balcony.
Oh, and there's also a ladder now? It like brought down a little thing?
It has like a folding ladder. You open the trap door, and the ladder kind of unfolds.
All right, yeah, I just want to Tack very excitedly. Are the windows here boarded up, or can I kind of see out from here?
No, they're not boarded up at all. There's, roll me a d20, Tack.
Oh, God.
God.
Only one of them is smashed, so there's only a little bit of ice and snow up here. The other two are just very, like, dusty and dirty.
Tack's kind of like just leaning out the window a little bit, just kind of just kind of looking out the glass, just surveying the neighborhood a little bit, very excitedly. He kind of at this point he kind of yells down, "Hey, didn't Volo say something about this place being having ghosts or haunted or?"
He said it wasn't haunted.
Was it haunted or it was haunted?
Wasn't.
Well, that's good. And
Tack, it's definitely haunted.
Tack is looking out the windows and just enjoying the view at the moment. This was all he wanted.
Yeah, it is a beautiful view. This is by far the tallest structure in Trollskull Alley, and so looking out of this turret, you can see all the way out to the high road. I mean, you just see the city of Waterdeep from slightly higher than the city of Waterdeep. It's very nice. You can actually see in the distance, far in the distance, fairly clear day, one of these standing statues. There's actually some big... No, you can't see Spices.
That's
but
across
Waterdeep
town,
is famous for these large statues that it has throughout the city. And yeah, you can see one way over yonder.
What is it a statue of? Just out of curiosity.
It looks humanoid. It's kind of hard to see from how far away you are.
Fair enough.
But there are a whole pile of them. I wonder if I can find you.
Isn't that something under City Wonders or whatnot? That you can see a picture of one.
Yeah, I was looking to see if that picture was on a regular handout, but I don't.
City Splendors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's right there at the top of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Does it have a house built on it?
A lot of them do. But yeah, you see a big old statue.
Oh, gorgeous.
It's really cool.
That's very pretty art, just as a...
It's beautiful.
Just as a shout-out to Wizards of the Coast.
Oh,
so, yeah,
wow, look at that.
Tack, you have completed your...
Yeah, I've completed my quest. Tack hangs out here for a while.
Philado, you check out the library?
Yeah.
Seems fine. I mean, like, it's not great. There's old, just kind of like rotty carpet. There are pretty bare shelves. Actually, there are completely bare shelves. There's no
books.
Yeah. And actually, as you open the door, I need you to roll a dexterity saving.
Oh, good.
Okay. You take...
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
God.
No good.
19 points of lightning damage.
Oh my God!
So, Tack, you're up there just enjoying the scene, and there's a from the floor below you, and you hear a thump as Philado hits the ground.
What was that? Phil? Phil? Tack starts to climb down the ladder. Phil?
Should I be rolling death saving throws?
Nope. Not meant to kill you.
Huh.
Okay. Oh
God. Yeah, so I would be, like, below that, or...
Yeah, so I think what happens here is, Fildry, you and Tack get to the same point at the same time, hearing Philado. And as you kind of peek around, you see Philado is just kind of smoldering a little bit on the ground.
Huh!
Twitching a little here and there. Philado, you're not unconscious. You're actually just paralyzed at 1 hit point.
Jesus.
And you see a faintly glowing rune on the door. Sorry, what was that, Ilakai?
Is anything happening down here?
Yeah,
no?
Actually. So what are you doing? Let's get back to you for 2 seconds.
So I'm kind of just like looking around the room, but not moving, just constantly observing what's happening.
Can you roll a perception check?
Sure. I am good at that, maybe.
Roll.
Hey! 19.
Pretty good perception check.
I'm gonna kill the boggle that lives in this house.
Ilakai, so you're like looking around, you're paying close attention. And at the last second you hear like a scraping sound and you whip around and you're looking behind you at the wall right there.
Yep.
Actually, let me scroll down so that people can see. At the wall, like right there.
Yeah.
And carved into the wall with what looks like just a cooking knife. Is the words "closing time," and the knife is just the thing you heard was the knife thunk stabbing into the table. They were not there earlier.
Interesting. Oh, God.
You just missed it.
I
Must have been
continue.
real stealthy.
I continue to observe a room.
Okay. You see, like, very clearly, a couple of times over by the big shelving unit here, while the liquor would be kept. It, like, kind of, the whole shelf unit kind of, like, goes out from the wall a little bit, like it's trying to get pushed over, but just someone isn't strong enough to do that. Like, it's as if you were trying to push it over, because you're very weak. That's what it looks like.
Oh, man. All right, I'm going to pay attention to it. When I start to see it move, I want to shoot at it.
You haven't seen anything. You've just seen
the shelf.
things.
The shelf move.
You want to shoot the shelf?
Shoot at the shelf, yes.
Okay. Roll me an attack.
14.
Okay. Can you tell me which square you're shooting at? It covers.
I was about to say, can you show me where the
two.
These two.
Yeah.
Ideally, I would shoot in the middle, but if I can't do that, I'd shoot probably closer to the farther one, towards the wall, or toward the one that is behind the trapdoor square.
Okay, so you're shooting
this one.
Okay. Yeah, it hits the shelf. There's a splintering of wood, and the shelf goes back to its normal spot.
All right.
Nothing else happens while you're down there.
All right. I will
The rest of
continue
you-
to stay down here.
Up on the third floor.
When I find Philo like this. Hold on. 1 moment. I have to reopen my character sheet and go to the old cure wounds. Oh, mouse, work with me. Submit.
All right, you get cured of your wounds.
Still paralyzed?
Still paralyzed.
Oh God, he's been possessed.
Oh,
Do we drag him out?
yeah, I'd say that's a fair assist. Let's get him out of here. And I'm gonna drag him back towards the landing by the stairs.
Okay. Yeah, you drag him out. Sure. He's still kind of zapped a little bit. The door slowly closes to the library.
Huh. And do I still see that rune on it?
No.
Well.
You're good at locks, Fildry. Why don't you go in?
No locks.
Yeah, there's no lock.
It's a lock of sorts, it would seem. Or actually, I probably don't even quite know that.
Yeah.
I
Well,
didn't say that though.
I don't know if he's
Shot in the
possessed.
dark.
Let's bring him down to the tap room and discuss with Hila what's going on here. Keep an eye on him.
I'll get the head. And I'll grab his head.
Alright, and then I'm gonna like grab his feet and like essentially I'm gonna try and like grab Hila like or no, I'm not grabbing Philo. Oh jeez. He's probably heavy.
There's a fill.
Oh, I'm in my armor, for the record.
Yeah.
So you guys just like drag Philado back outside, and I imagine you get to right here, and you are looking down the staircase, and they are icy stairs. It's only about a 15-foot staircase, but
And I assume Phil's already taken at least 1 damage.
Well,
oh God.
I don't know how to fix him.
Do we even can I we understand that he's paralyzed? Like, do we have
yes,
can I have a
he's
medicine
magically afflicted.
Okay, so we get that.
Mm-hmm. I think you're very, very aware that he has been magically affected in some way.
Okay. I don't know how to do anything about this either.
Alright. Well, Tack, you stay here with Phil. I'm gonna go see Ilaha.
Wait,
What?
I don't know if I want to be alone.
You won't be alone. You have Phila.
I look down at Phil and then look up at Fildry.
Alright, you can go downstairs and get the elf, alright?
I'd still be alone.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
I'll stay with Phil.
Alright.
So, Fildry, you head downstairs, you turn the corner. Tack, I imagine you watch Fildry, walk down the stairs and, get out of sight. And as you kind of turn back around, you just kind of hear... Sounds like an ominous, distant laughter. And Fildry, yeah, you make it back around, down to the front of the tavern, no problem.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk in through the open door, find Ilaha, say, hey, Philado's been, he looked electrocuted. I tried curing his wounds, but he's still unable to move.
That's very interesting. I had a knife. I point to the carving on the wall behind me and was like, this happened while I was standing right in front of here, but I didn't see no one. That scholar is a big idiot.
Yeah.
This place is definitely haunted.
Yeah, He's either an idiot or a liar.
Or a shit investigator.
Straight through his teeth.
I'd probably go with the latter, if I had to guess.
Let's, how about you come with us? We need to see if, Philo will come too, and maybe we'll find some answers in that library that, well, it nearly killed him, but let's see what we can do.
Well, I don't know how much help I'd be in that regard.
Tack,
I'm also trying to make sure that this house doesn't burn down, because when I came up and y'all were gone, there was a trail of kindling leading over to the pile of firewood from in front of the hearth, like it was a trail of sorts.
All right, well, and let's douse this fire and just stay in a group. All right, Tack was pretty spooked.
Fair.
So we should get back to him. I feel bad.
Sure.
Yeah, well, I've just been up here with Phil. Tack has just
How
been
are we going to put out this fire, James?
That's a good question.
No, it's easy.
Okay. All right.
So, what were you saying, Tack?
Oh, I was saying, while I'm up here with Phil, Tack's just kind of like humming to himself, just. And I'm also.
I'm listening to that on my own.
I'm bardically inspiring Phil as I'm kind of like, just kind of rubbing his head while he's on the ground, like my mom used to do for me when I was sick.
Philado, you come too. You are no longer paralyzed.
Oh, what happened?
I kind of look down at him, and I kind of look down at my hands, and I look back at Phil. I awoken you with the power of my song.
Okay. I stand up.
The house is definitely haunted.
I am fully aware.
You specifically told me. We talked about it only about 5 minutes prior, and you told me it wasn't.
I said it was.
Oh. And that's it. That's it. I just say, oh.
A little bit of miscommunication there.
But Volo told us it wasn't, because Volo's a liar.
Yes.
Maybe he didn't see the haunted.
Huh? What?
So, are you guys heading back downstairs?
I was gonna head back upstairs.
Yeah,
this is probably around the time when they were coming, right?
You meet yourselves outside, if that's the case.
Yeah.
So yeah,
right.
We don't really need the map for this anymore. At least not right at the moment, but you meet each other somewhere in between the first and second floors outdoors.
Oh, Philado! You're feeling better.
Well, I've been better. I'm still a bit frazzled, but...
You all experienced that, this is haunted as well, yes?
Something's here.
Ghosts,
Certainly.
if I had to take a guess.
Well,
We haven't
that's
checked
usually
the
what
attic
does a
yet.
haunting.
Has anyone been up to the attic yet?
Oh, no.
Attics are the most haunted places.
Exactly.
Yeah, ghosts are light. They float upwards. That's why you don't deal with them underground in the mountains.
Just like hot air.
I'm just gonna start walking straight up to the attic.
Yeah, we're going to the attic.
Alright, yeah. You guys all head up to the attic as a little team.
Alright, if all of us are together, hopefully the lightning only hits one of us and doesn't go through all four of us.
Let's all not hold hands.
Well, and you are now in this tiny little corridor leading up into the attic.
Cramped.
Let me just crack the doors for you two, so you guys can see.
I say to Fildry, can't you just say a blessing or something along those lines and...
Yes, do you know how to perform an exorcism?
Well...
It'll just kind of disappear.
I don't know about an exorcism. I can try and make a spirit run, but, well,
that sounds like an exorcism.
Hmm?
That sounds like an exorcism to me.
Oh, no. An exorcism would be removing the spirit entirely from this plane of existence. I just make it run away on this plane.
I would be fine with that.
We'll see if it works. First, I gotta know that it's around. Otherwise, I'm just wasting my time.
Just burning a channel divinity.
I want to see this thing. I can't go through these doors. Or do I have to...
You should be able to just walk through the doorways now. What?
Oh.
You guys... Yeah, there we go. So yeah,
How do you guys go through the doors?
I moved you.
I got dragged.
Okay.
One is an
I moved
bedroom.
myself.
The bedroom has a small cot. It's fairly plain. It's not great, but
This is
you know,
the
it's not awful. Nothing wrong with it. The windows both seem intact in the attic. And the attic storage has a couple, not a lot, but like one or two intact chairs and tables. Like spare stuff for the bar.
Wait, Kyle, you can just move back and forth through here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can do it too.
Can I drag myself? I can drag myself out a window? Okay, I can drag myself out through that window. I can't go through that door.
So you can go out the window,
I can go out
through the other window.
I can go out through the
You have
window.
to drag yourself diagonally a little bit.
No, not really. I've been
Yeah,
going
that's
dead
true.
on. I've been going dead on.
I can just get through, yeah.
Well,
Weird.
regardless.
Alright, I'm flying around the outside.
Around
To
the
get
You
outside.
have
Oh no, I can't get back down, guys. I'll never be able to get back into the hallway with the
And
stairs.
so Fildry's story came to an end.
He fell from a deafening height.
Anywho.
Anyways, so Jeremy, is there anything spooky going
So
on?
I think you guys
Oh,
can
there
now
it
go
is.
to the place.
Jesus.
So bright.
It's not actually
Holy
Sadsack,
shit.
huh?
Jeremy, you didn't tell me you had
Fildry, you're just out in the middle of nowhere right now.
the only room we haven't gone through officially is the library, yeah?
Even then, you saw through it. It just seems empty bookcase and bad carpet. You haven't looted. Through
Okay.
it. You haven't looted through anything.
So did anyone find anything unusual?
Well,
You just having this conversation in the attic?
yeah. In the second floor, the bedroom that was in there, it was filled with cribs. Yeah. Just a dozen of them.
Really?
They were all empty. Yeah, no, they were packed tight in there. It's a bit eerie. And then,
Did anyone else just hear children laugh?
I heard that before, too.
Aye.
I might have heard. No. There was a little tinkling noise, but
Anyway,
like
now
chimes.
that we have thoroughly explored our new abode, I say with air quotes, maybe we should go have a word with the man who sold us this property.
Can I be honest about something with you all, though, now? I do like it.
Hey,
I
don't get me
knew
wrong,
you
it
would,
would be
Doc.
it'd be a nice house. One, once it gets fixed up, and two, if it wasn't fucking haunted.
Yeah, if it weren't for the ghost, I think that'd be great.
Now, what do we know about this ghost so far?
Well, nothing.
It moved stuff. It wrote that thing on the... Oh, right.
And I tell Tack and Philado about how a knife carved closing time
Oh yeah.
into the wall,
Yeah.
and
That happened.
Ilaha just barely mentioned that to me.
What time
Yeah.
is it? What time is it?
You
It's
look
too early for
outside,
closing
noon.
Tech.
You've been here a little
It
bit.
shouldn't even be open, technically.
I mean, it said closed forever.
What do we know about ghosts? Is there any checks we can do to determine?
Is that like an arcana or a
Yeah.
nature?
None of you are professional ghost hunters. You know that
Nope,
there are
not at
many
all.
types of ghosts. Apparently some can be non-violent if it hasn't tried to hurt you, seemingly. Unless it did that to you, Philado.
Yeah, it did very much hurt him.
Show us where
But,
on that doll that you found where it touched
seemed
you.
like it was a rune more than a ghost. But who knows?
Like a glyph.
Yeah, like a glyph of.
Arun.
Indeed.
All right, wait.
All right.
I have an idea.
Aye, let's hear it.
We figure out what the ghost likes, which is... I don't know what that would be, but we figure out what the ghost likes.
It seems like it's intent on burning down this house.
That would work. We lay a trap, and then we all jump it.
Alright, see, Tack, let's think about
Tack,
ghosts.
How are you gonna catch a ghost, Tack?
I'm not going to catch it with my hands.
We're going to kill the ghost.
But I'm going to catch it with my voice.
Now, Tack. Sometimes you have to think before you speak.
No, wait! Hear me out for a second.
Alright, continue. I want to hear it.
I've been told at various points in my life that I was annoying. My voice can be a bit grating. I'm not going to... I know my weaknesses and strengths. And so I can speak in a manner that would be very displeasing to the ghost. And kill it. With magic.
Alright. Okay.
So
now,
I don't have to be able to see it, it just has to be able to hear me.
Well, it does seem to, like, hang it... Well, so there does seem to be at least one down in the tap room.
All of you hear, like, what sounds like a winding sound coming from behind a, like a mechanical winding sound.
I just yelled, could you please shut up? We are trying to have a discussion about how to kill you.
There's something large covered in a blanket.
Well, I just take the blanket off.
Okay. There's a sudden click.
It's a bomb?
And it's a big clock.
Oh.
Like a grandfather clock.
Something just wound the clock, so it's in here with us.
Like I said, could you please leave us alone so we could try and kill you later? It would be very helpful.
Right as Fildry says it's in here with us.
Philado.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Philado said it.
My apologies. The minute Philado says it's in here with us, Tack immediately just goes, "Now's the chance!" And is going to cast Dissonant Whispers on the ghost.
Oh god.
Does it have to be a creature that you can see?
It has to be a creature that can hear me. I don't actually have to be able to see it.
Really?
Yep, I just was looking it up because I was curious about that.
That's pretty cool.
You're gonna cast Dissonant Whispers. Alright, let me get this figured out then.
Interesting.
That was my plan.
Okay. Alright. You don't know what happens. It doesn't obviously react.
There's no response?
There's no immediate response.
Alright, Tack. You just can't go casting magic wherever. You gotta see it, you know. Whether we find a way to, bring it to the corporeal world here. It could be, phased into our world some way that isn't very much affected by magic. You have no idea. I listen to a lot of stories at the tavern, people talk about this sort of thing.
You hear just a barrage of things being shattered and knocked off shelves down in the tap room.
See, I guess it didn't.
I got it! I told you! And Tack's gonna just run down the stairs, kind of chasing after it.
Oh god.
Ah, Tack! No, I'm gonna chase after Tack.
We just gotta follow him.
So you charge after Tack, down into the tap room. Whap.
Yep.
And
on the way in,
even worse than it was before.
On the way in, I grab a sack of flour.
Okay.
Oh.
Off your thing.
I don't know that we know it's whatever this is. It's good at hiding from us. We don't know.
And it can interact with the physical plane.
maybe we can throw flour on it and make it visible.
Well, if it's a ghost, I don't think that'll work. But if it is an invisible person,
we'll get it.
Would it also work for a poltergeist? It might work for a poltergeist.
I do not know.
I
don't know out of character. Like, I have no idea.
I also don't want to fight a poltergeist at level 2 out of character.
What are you doing? You guys
I'm just
there's no obvious anything down here right now.
Tack was hoping to like charge out and like I see stuff getting knocked over, and then I guess like I'm just running into the tap room and seeing that there's a bunch of stuff that's getting like thrashed around, or is it just dead once we get in
done. Yeah.
And then Tack just kind of goes like, and there'll be more of that too if you stick around here, ghost.
Oh god.
Your voice echoes.
All right.
Do you think it's gone?
Where did the
no, Tack, I do not.
What does the line of destruction look like? Like, where did it
just anything that was left? There were like a couple of old bottles or glasses.
Did he manage to push? Did it manage to push the shelf off of the wall?
No, the shelf is still up there pretty good, and you can actually see it looks like the shelf is kind of like there are some big like bolts that are holding it on that are just a little loose, but that's why it could seem like it can't get pushed over. But yeah, it's everything that was left on the shelf is just scattered on the ground, broken. There's like rusty silverware everywhere.
I'm going to
real
use
fixer-upper.
Yeah.
Thaumaturgy.
Mm-hmm.
To make it say, because it can be it can be a sound, right?
Sure.
Yeah, you can enhance your voice.
I'm just gonna make it this sort of ominous whisper that just says, "I see you."
Okay.
Let's see if I prompt any reaction.
Nothing.
Wait, but
that was me. That don't worry.
Okay, all right.
Tack was just frozen stiff as a board.
I'm gonna die.
Well, it doesn't seem to like us being in a group, right? Because
it most certainly wants us separated.
So we should split up then.
I still think we should go and talk to Mr. Volo about this lemon of a purchase, if you will.
As you all are kind of like talking about this and thinking and, getting your thoughts figured out, there's a knock on your door.
I whip around and point the pommel of my sword at it. Like I don't have it drawn, it's just at my hip, I'm ready to fucking shoot somebody.
I will answer the door.
Okay. Yeah,
hello.
You walk. You see a gold dragonborn. Very, very ancient looking, like elderly. But unlike dragons, dragonborns don't become more powerful as they get older.
No, they don't.
They just get older.
They just get older. It looks like, actually, we just had another weird error. I don't know what just happened, but roll. Anyway. So yeah,
roll 20.
Yeah, I don't even know, man.
Did the stream just go down?
The stream just flipped. That's why I'm just confused. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, you see a very ancient-looking dragonborn, gold ancestry. He's got like a very decent cane that he's kind of leaning heavily on. Big spectacles and a bit of a kind of like, you know how dragonborns have those like weird like tentacle hair thing? He's got like a like the equivalent of like a Fu Manchu beard thing, or mustache. And he's just, hello.
Hello.
I saw you all come down the road earlier. Are you here to? Who are you? What are you doing in Trollskull Manor?
We were gifted this house.
Oh, you're my new neighbors then.
Yes, would you like to come in? Perhaps you can inform us a little bit about the history of this place.
He kind of like peers through the door. No, not really. I was just concerned I heard a ruckus.
Yes,
there
appears
to be...
walking to the grate to dump my chamber pots, and he kind of like he's holding a chamber pot.
Ooh.
Kind of
Is
under
it full
an
or
arm.
empty?
Half full. It's got a lid, actually.
Chamber pot half full or
Got a
chamber
lid.
pot half empty? Kind of
So he's just holding out with one hand, and he's got his cane in the other.
Which one's the optimist?
I think the latter.
The chamber pot half empty is the optimist way of looking at it. The chamber pot's already half full, damn it! Like, guys, the chamber pot's it's half empty. We're fine.
And, but the Dragonborn says, yes, I actually prefer not to go in if that's all right. I am Rashal, the page turner. I own the bookworm's treasure. Ooh, exciting, actually. Would you mind if I come in, actually?
Oh, come on in.
Sure.
Ooh, delightful. You see him very slowly walk in. He kind of puts his chamber pot down on the ground here. Again, it's got a lid, so it's not like that awful right now.
Whatever.
He comes in. Oh, this place is really in worse shape than I remember. And I remember when it was running.
Hi, nice to meet you there. My name's Tack.
I am Rashal. And he kind of holds out his hand to shake and offers to each of you. And you are...
Greetings. Fildry Noenter.
But it appears you have entered.
Now I'll get one of me locks on this place right quick. First we need to fix the door, though.
And the windows, it seems.
And the windows, and all the other things.
And the walls. And the walls.
It's going to cost a fortune.
Anyway.
There's much repair to be done, yes.
Yeah, well, I just felt I'd stop by and say hello on my way down to the dumping grate. If you need anything,
Close down.
Pardon?
Oh, who was the owners before it entered this state of dilapidation?
I had many owners. I'm fairly new to the neighborhood, only been here in the past 20 years or so. But, last was old Liff on the place. The old tavern.
Liff, L-I-F?
Liff, yeah, L-I-F. It was such a happy chap. The whole place was his pride and joy.
Did he have 12 children?
No.
All right.
We have 12 orphans.
No, but... No. He didn't have any kids.
We found a whole bunch of
As far as I'm aware.
cribs and cradles upstairs. I was wondering as to why.
Shuffles a little bit further toward the door. Well, that's disconcerting.
All right.
Well, good day to you all. Again, if you need any books or incense or anything like that, stop by the Bookworms.
Sir, do you know magic by any chance?
I am, in fact, a member of the Watchful Order of Magus and Protectors in the city.
So, would you be capable of detecting magic?
Yes.
Could you do us a favor and perhaps detect some magic in this room?
I'll give you a gold piece for the spell.
Normally, we have rate for these kinds of things. Come by my shop later. Perhaps we can discuss terms. I do need to be going. I shouldn't be leaving it unattended for so long.
Sure.
I
understand. Thank you, sir, for stopping by.
No, it's lovely to have new neighbors. I hope you'll be fixing this place up and removing the eyesore on Trollskull Alley.
We'll certainly try to.
Goodbye.
Oh, one last thing. What's that shop next to yours with the orange eyes on the
the
side?
Tiger's Eye. Yes, Mr. Trench, he's got quite an eye. He can figure out anything you need him to, He's a bit of a private investigator.
All right.
Investigator, you say?
Yeah, that's what I said.
All right, Rochelle, we thank you.
Goodbye.
Don't forget that chamber pot.
Oh my god.
No, I need to empty my chamber pot still.
Oh, all right. And Tack looks like disheveled and scared. And just lets him leave.
Yeah.
I'm an old man. Please don't scare me like that again.
Tack realizes that he had a guest and didn't offer to feed him before he left.
That's exactly
That would have been the absolute worst possible luck on the first day in a new neighborhood, forgetting to offer food to a guest.
And Rochelle, what? Please. And with that, I think maybe we're having weird issues again with Twitch, so now might be a good time to take a quick break. We can kind of restart the stream and hope that fixes it. I don't know what has been going on with this stuff. But we're going to just take a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment, guys. Stay tuned.
See you soon.
Yeah, thanks for watching, too.